The heat is making these guests lose all control. It's July on Mars. Keith knew Katie cheated with a man from a different race when she got pregnant.
But when my son was born white, I thought I was the father.
But Keith now believes she cheated with multiple men.
I told you who I slept with.
Yeah, you told me you slept with.
And he wants a DNA test.
You want to be the father of this child?
Yeah, I love the kid.
The results are in. Is Keith the father?
Keith.
Oh my God, what the hell is going on?
It's a DNA story that should be turned into a movie. Cassie got pregnant and married as a young teen. And then her son Anthony was kidnapped 38 years ago. Today, a grown man named Anthony is here.
Look at him.
I don't know.
Only this incredible DNA test can reveal the truth.
In the case of 43-year-old Anthony, Cassie.
Lindsay loves Josh with all of her heart. The problem is that Josh is married to Michelle.
He's married to her.
And the really big problem is that Josh denies being the father of her son.
Have you met that child?
Oh, God, leave it alone!
This DNA test finally end this drama for Josh? Or will the DNA test end his marriage?
Josh.
Who will the DNA test prove right and who will the DNA test prove wrong? All of this outrageous paternity drama starts right now.
Everyone, this is Katie. Welcome Katie to the show. Now, Katie, she feels rage and she feels sadness every time her ex-fiance Keith cheated on her. So one time, in what we say is kind of like a grudge way, she got revenge and slept with another man. Now that man happened to be of a different race. Now then, guess what happened? She gets pregnant. So Katie admitted to Keith that she didn't know who was the father, Keith or this other guy. But then, all her fears were laid to rest when baby Isaiah was born with red hair. So it couldn't be the other guy of a different race, right? Well, that would have ended it all, except then there are other rumors that Katie had cheated with another man. So now the ex-fiance Keith fully denies that baby Isaiah is his son. This is what Keith had to say.
I know Katie's been lying to me about my son. I feel it, and I'm sick and tired of being lied to. Katie admitted to cheating on me one time with a black man. But when my son was born white, I thought I was the father. It wasn't until after I signed a birth certificate that I found out that she cheated with another man who just so happens to look exactly like my son. She acts all innocent, but I know she's cheated more times than what she's admitted. When I go out with my son, I feel like everybody knows something that I don't. I'm tired of feeling like a joke around town. If I find out she's lying to me and my son isn't mine, she's got a hell of a lot of explaining to do.
Cheating.
What?
He's been cheating on me, and ever since we had Isaiah and his hair's red, everybody's been spreading rumors about that I've been sleeping with everybody, and he's just got a guilty conscience.
Because of his red hair?
Yeah, because of his red hair. He's just got a guilty conscience because he's sleeping with everybody.
Well, then there was a story that he saw a woman, and a woman told him that you were sleeping with her man.
No, you're right. They're only so
Their child has red hair.
Oh, yeah. I know, when she had him because he has red hair, just because they both have red hair, they're the same.
In fact,
he even said that about somebody else that has red hair.
He's gone all over
now,
town.
All three kids are from the same parents.
He's gone all over town looking for kids with red hair.
Right, and they're saying that I've slept with anybody. Thanks for giving me that much props for not sleep with that many people, but he's out cheating, and now everything's my fault.
Your fault.
When he should be standing up and being a man and taking care of his son.
You did seek revenge on him when you found out he was cheating, and you slept with him.
He left town. I thought he left town. It's not really cheating. I'm sorry, but when he came back and we tried to make our family work, when I told him I was pregnant, and he even signed the birth certificate because he said no matter what, he would take care of that baby.
Well, maybe you should see that guy's kid.
Here's Keith. Welcome. There's one thing I forgot to ask you. Are you still in love with him?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You're still in love with him?
Yes.
You still want to be a family?
I want us to make our family work. Yes.
You do?
Maury.
Yeah?
I left on the 1st. I went out of town. I
Right.
left on the 1st. The doctor said conception date's the 6th. The man who I think it was
No, he did
was
not. He
there
said I
on the
could conceive
5th.
up to the
She was there
6th.
on the when he. And let me tell you, I know because the girl, I known the girl my whole life. She came to me. My man's at your girls. She with your man. True.
Just because he tried to come on to me,
true.
I'm a
Why don't you
whore.
just tell
Okay.
the truth?
I am
Why don't
telling
you
the
just
truth.
tell
I
the
didn't
truth?
sleep with him. I told you who I slept with.
Yeah, you told me you slept with.
Obviously, I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Keith,
That's why we're here to
Keith,
find out.
You want to be the father of this child?
Yeah, I love the kid, but
You want to be the father?
yeah, I'm gonna run around and wonder my whole life, wonder.
You shouldn't have signed the birth certificate and said you'd take care of him.
So in the beginning, when Isaiah was born, you were relieved because it couldn't have been the other guys.
I was more than relieved. And I signed the birth certificate. I don't want my son to go through his whole life without my name on the birth certificate.
Well, then obviously you're saying it's your son.
If this is your child, do you want to get back with her?
Yes.
Oh, you want to get back with her?
Yeah, if it's my child.
Are you going to cheat on her again?
Everything I've ever done, all the times I've ever cheated. No, I'm not going to cheat. But every time I ever did cheat, she knew. Every time she ever cheat, I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I told you,
I might be a piece of garbage, but at least I'm an honest piece of garbage.
That's why I told you I cheated. So what does that make me?
You told me you cheated one time.
I guess that's one
No, I
way of putting it.
didn't.
By the way, Keith, is there anybody in your family who has red hair?
There's one person, but it's so cool. Which that one person, his father is not related to me, and his father is the one with the red hair.
We're going to solve the red hair mystery right now. In the case of 19-month-old Isaiah, Keith, you are not.
That's what I wanted to hear.
We'll be glad to help you. We'll be glad to help you.
I'm so sorry.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I don't know.
Keith?
I know about one incident that I didn't even know that even happened.
Look, I'm the better person. His last name is Belcher. It's
so
gonna stay that. And I always raise him. But I don't deserve to be lied to, and neither does he.
I don't even
Neither
know
does
what
he,
happened.
Katie.
I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Because if you were sorry, we wouldn't be here.
No, I didn't even
we
know,
wouldn't
though.
have to
I
come
didn't
here.
even know, though.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in, Keith.
I don't even know. I didn't even sleep with that many people. The only other person is one person, and I didn't even know that happened.
Okay.
I didn't even know that happened.
Like I said.
Okay. Come here, Katie. Come here. Come here. Come here. We'll be glad to give you a test.
Not the father.
If you want us to give you a test, we want to find out who that is. We'll be glad to come back and do that, okay? Everyone, this is Chandra. Welcome Chandra to the show. Now, When Chandra created a family with her ex-boyfriend Brandon, she had no idea that he would turn his back on all 3 of their kids. 3. 4-year-old Brandon, 3-year-old Brene, 2-year-old Breon. Not only does Brandon deny he was a family with Chandra, he is now engaged to another woman named Keisha.
Oh, wait. You're engaged now? Seriously, you do know that he was trying to come at me last week, right? Yeah, he was trying to come back. He uses you.
Why does he deny
now,
Brandon? Why does he?
Because his hair texture.
Nappy.
Come on now, please. But my son is gorgeous.
What?
But my son is gorgeous. Like, come on now, please.
This is what Brandon had to say.
My ex Chandra's a liar. She trying to tell me that I'm the father of not 1, not 2, but all 3 of her kids. I know Brandon isn't mine because Chandra had a boyfriend at the time when she got pregnant. My pinky toe curve and his just stick out straight. That little boy also got nappy hair and big ass lips. Mine's sexy. I only had sex with Chandra 1 time when she got pregnant with Brene. She got me drunk and took advantage of me. When Breon was conceived, I wasn't even around Chandra. I'm telling you, the chick is a liar and a manipulator. I'm engaged now, and I love my fiancée, Keisha. I can't wait till all 3 of the results come out so Chandra can stop harassing me and my family.
Here he is, Brandon. Brandon, come on out.
This girl is a mama's girl.
We're going to find out right now. First of all, Brandon, we're going to find out if you hit on her, okay? You were asked, since you and Brandon have been broken up and he has been with Keisha, has Brandon told you that he wants to be with you? You said he has, and the lie detector determined you were telling the truth. If they're your kids, you're going to take care of them.
I've been doing it.
Okay.
She just hide I do so she can get more from my family.
You don't say nothing to me. You don't say nothing to me.
We're going to find out right now.
I'm your baby maker. You my baby maker. I'm your, come on now, please. You was just saying it. I'm your baby maker now. I'm your baby maker.
No,
now you got me on here.
You just
Listen.
When it comes to 2-year-old Breon, Brandon, you are the father. When it comes to 3-year-old Brene, Brandon, you are the father. When it comes to 4-year-old Brandon, Brandon, you are not.
Are you serious?
Coming up, the drama continues because Katie's about to let out a bombshell.
He's gonna flip when he finds out who the heck it is because it's not who he thinks it is.
Regina says there's only one thing standing between Justin and her baby.
Bring it! Bring it! You're a whore!
His new girlfriend, April.
That's not his thing!
These 2 women are ready for war. And Regina wants to show Justin DNA proof right now. Or does she? Justin! Test proved wrong.
Everyone, this is Regina. Welcome Regina to the show. Now, how about this picture? You're 4 months pregnant. You find out your boyfriend has been in a car crash. You race to the scene of the accident, and you find him in the car with another woman. That's what happened to my next guest, Regina, and her now ex-boyfriend, Justin. Okay? And after that night, Regina says Justin began living a double life. He dated her for a while and also dated the woman from the car accident, April. Now it's a year later, and Justin and his girlfriend, April, Regina's 11-month-old daughter, Jayla. Take a look at what they have to say.
Regina is just jealous of my functional relationship with my beautiful girl, April. Unlike Regina, April and I understand each other, and we want Regina out of our lives.
Regina is a home-wrecking whore. Reality check, Justin does not want you.
Regina's old friends told me someone else is the father. This baby could be anybody's.
Justin has a family with me and our new baby. My daughter looks just like her father. Jayla looks nothing like Justin.
Regina needs to go home and start pointing fingers to someone else if she wants a positive DNA result.
So you claim that you also had sex with Justin while he was with April, and so we gave you a lie detector.
Sure did. The day she went into false labor, I took a lie detector test. When you was calling him, he was in my bed. I took the test. I took a lie detector test. Did you? Can you prove how many guys you slept with? No.
We might as well bring them out, right?
Yes.
Justin and his girlfriend, April. All right, everybody calm down.
He didn't deny her until she started.
Gina's mad because she don't have a man. She sees we're happy,
He really
and that's
did.
what she wants.
How many different men you had around Jayla? How many
Misery
different
loves
men?
company.
You're lying.
Misery loves
I took a lie detector. Did y'all too?
okay.
No, I took one. Thank
So we
you.
got a couple of things to find out here.
Right.
First of all, gave Regina a lie detector
Did you
test
give her
about
something to
whether... By the way, Justin, you never told Regina that you loved her and wanted her back while you were going with April, did you?
Never.
Never.
You never said you loved me?
We asked you, Regina. We asked you during his relationship with April. Did he tell you he loved you? You said yes. The lie detector determined you're telling the truth. Since Justin and April got back together, have you had sexual intercourse with Justin? You said yes more than 20 times. The test determined you're telling the truth. Because you were in this child's life for 6 months, you would be a good father if you're the father.
I took care of her baby, not her.
No, she didn't.
I took care of her baby.
Yes, she
She's a
did.
deadbeat.
No, she didn't.
Deadbeat mom.
took care of Jayla
Against an
Young.
11-month-old Jayla. Justin, you are not.
And what did he do for her? He took everything back he's ever... Weeks ago.
Don't even take care of your kids. My mom doing me.
You wish.
Stop. I'm not the father, you nut.
At 18 years old, Jennifer was secretly sleeping with 2 men. Now, 2 men are in love with her baby.
Clearly, she didn't go on.
Why are you screaming at him? He wants to be the father.
I don't want him to.
You don't?
And 2 men want to be her baby's father. But the DNA test will prove that one of these 2 men is not
John DeWan, the father.
Test proved wrong.
Everyone, this is John. Welcome John to the show. Now, John is hoping, John is praying that a DNA test proves that a baby girl named Sowela is his daughter. By the way, there's also a man named DeWan, who is here for the exact same reason. He hopes that he's proven to be the father of baby Sowela. Now, here's the problem. This woman, Jennifer, admits she's the cause of why all of this is happening and all of this drama. You see, Jennifer was secretly seeing both of these men at the same time. And only after And really, only after Suelo was born did the secret finally come to light. Here are the stories of both of these men who are desperate to hear the words, "You are the father."
When I seen my daughter come into this world, she was the greatest woman in my life. I have a reason to live now, and that's through her.
I was downright shocked when I found out that another man was watching my child being born. I have a serious problem because I know that's my daughter. We need to clear this up.
My whole world came crashing down the minute she told me there was a possibility that my daughter was by another man.
Jennifer didn't even have the courage to tell me face to face about the other guy, who happens to be a total bum.
I know Suelo has a strong connection to me. I'm the only one that can soothe her tears. My life, my world.
This is my first child, and I have a connection with this baby that I ain't never felt before, and that can all be taken away from me.
Jennifer, you and Jennifer, I mean, she was your girl.
Yeah, she was my life.
You didn't know about the other guy?
No, I
didn't know a thing. So now Suelo was born. Were you at the hospital?
Yes, I was.
So how soon after Suelo was born did Jennifer come and tell you about Dewan?
I think it was probably maybe like 5, 6 months.
Later?
No, that is not true. That is not true. He's a liar. He's a liar. That baby was not his. She don't look nothing like you, and you know that.
Well, apparently she's... Why are you screaming at him?
Because he's a liar. He's a crybaby.
Well,
I looked at her.
He wants to be the father.
I don't want him to.
You want Dewan to be the father?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Look at my baby and look at him. Look at her cheeks. Look at her ear. Look at her shape of her head. That is Dewan all over.
But at first it wasn't his baby though, right? On your man, it was my baby.
I told, but both y'all know about each other. You know about him because when I was sitting at home pregnant and hungry, he the one was bringing me food.
Well, why he wasn't the one in the hospital? Why he wasn't the one people putting up with?
Because you try to.
Why he wasn't the one in the hospital?
Were you surprised that all of a sudden you could have been the father?
Well, no, I wasn't surprised. If Jennifer needed something, she come walling to me.
Really?
Am I lying? I ain't never. Every time you call me, I pull through for you, boo boo. You know that.
Yeah. Really?
You know that.
When it comes to 11-month-old Suelo, Dewan, you are not the father. When it comes to 11-month-old Suelo, John, you are the father. For the sake of that child, you all better have enough of a relationship to allow him in your daughter's life.
I will, but he ain't gonna do it.
I will.
You
I
better
promise
do
you
it.
I will.
You better do it,
will.
John. Guess what? I'm going to come back and do an update show in 6 months and find out how much you've been in this family. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out who's right.
All I want to know is can I
Maybe this is a promise he can keep. Okay?
Oh my God.
Lindsay loves Josh with all of her heart. The problem is that Josh is married to Michelle. And the really big problem is that Josh denies being the father of her son.
Have you met that child?
Oh God, he's alive!
Will this DNA test finally end this drama for Josh?
Josh!
Test proved wrong.
Everyone, this is Lindsay. Welcome Lindsay to the show. Lindsay's here to prove to a man named Josh, her ex-boyfriend, that he's the father of her 1.5-year-old son, Landon. When Lindsay got pregnant, she never imagined the love of her life would abandon her. And that's exactly what he did when he got involved with a woman named Michelle. It was only a week ago that Lindsay was shocked to discover that these two people are actually married. Why?
I'm sick and tired of Josh's lies. I used to blame Michelle for Josh not being there as a father. But now I blame Josh because he can't stand up to Michelle and tell her the truth. Michelle thinks that Josh has never met Landon. Little does she know, we have secretly met up twice so that Josh could see his son. I think Josh is lying to both me and Michelle. But the real victim in this is my son, and I'm not going to have it.
We've given Lindsay and Josh not only DNA tests, but lie detector tests as well. We're going to find out the truth. You want to be with him?
I love Josh, I always have, but...
He's married to her.
I just found this out.
Did he ask you to marry him?
Yes, he did.
Now, let me ask you this. Were you going out with Josh before Michelle, during Michelle, or what?
That girl ruined my family.
Guess who I got coming out here? Josh and Michelle. Here they are. Hi, Michelle.
You know he's your son. You know he's your son.
If he's my son, why didn't you go and do the paternity test like I told you to?
You were supposed to pay for it.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Josh, you know, there are some people out there who are going to think that you're playing both these women. But you say your future is with Michelle no matter what. Is that right?
Right.
And if this is your child with Lindsay, you'll take care of the child.
Yes, I will.
Michelle says that you've never met that child. Have you met that child?
Oh, don't even lie.
I don't even remember doing that. So don't even start.
Really? That's why we sat there and you would call me.
Sit down.
Email me.
We got the lie detector test right here. We asked you, did you have sex with Josh while Michelle was pregnant with his child? You said yes. The lie detector determined you're telling the truth. We asked you, since Josh got back together with Michelle, did ever tell you he was planning to leave Michelle? You said yes. The lie detector determined you're telling the truth. Have you and Josh met secretly at a rest stop in order for Josh to see Landon behind Michelle's back? You said yes. The lie detector determined you're telling the truth. There are two things that you've got to straighten out. A, you're one confused puppy. And B, the other thing, whoever child this is, if it's yours, you better be in the life of this child. When it comes to 1.5-year-old Landon, Josh, you are the father.
Why'd you let somebody else do it?
Okay, you did everything you wanted to. You did everything you came here to do, okay? All right?
I love
you. Cassie got pregnant and married as a young teen. And then her son Anthony was kidnapped 38 years ago. Today, a grown man named Anthony is here. Look at him.
I don't know.
Only this incredible DNA test can reveal the truth. Are these two truly mother and son?
We're going to find out one way or another today.
Test proved wrong.
Everyone, this is Cassie. Welcome Cassie to the show. Now, Cassie's 58 years old. And 43 years ago, when she was just a teenager, she gave birth to a baby boy named Anthony. a boy who at 7 months was kidnapped by her abusive husband. Cassie has spent the last 38 years searching for her son. So then imagine the joy she felt when she got a phone call from this man, Anthony, claiming he was her son. But there's a twist to all this, because it wasn't the first time somebody had claimed to be Cassie's son, which is why she's here. Now, Cassie's praying a DNA test can finally put an end to a mystery that has tormented her for most of her life. Watch.
For the last 38 years, I have been searching for my son, Anthony. When my son was 7 months old, his father snatched my son out of my arms. I got married at 14. Shortly after we got married, he turned into a monster. Mostly he loved to throw me across the floor. The worst out of all the beatings, when he urinated on me like I was a dog. Christmas Eve, 1967. I bought Anthony a red PJ outfit. Got my son looking like a sissy. Hit me so many times. My jaw was all poked out. My left eye was closed. When I started combing my hair, blood and hair was coming out of my head. And after he's gone to work, I got my son and got to safety. I saw him running across the yard. He had snatched the whole aluminum door off the hinges of the door. And he was pulling him at that time, and I was pulling him. And Anthony started crying, but I still was holding him, and he was pulling, but he just slipped out of my hand. And when he got in the car, he told me I would never see him again. There haven't been a day that I hadn't spent looking for Anthony. After years of searching, this young man finally called. He said, "Mama," and I started screaming. I said, "He called me Mama. I need this test to know that he is my son. He's that Anthony." And to be able to tell him that I'm sorry, that I couldn't hold him.
Look at him. What do you think?
I don't know.
Problem is that even though he's come into your life, even at this stage, you can't find a connection yet, can you?
Not yet.
Well, we're going to find out one way or another today. All your questions are going to be answered. This is what Anthony had to say.
I grew up believing my mother was dead, and from the time I can remember, I knew there was a part of me that was always missing. I was raised by my father, who wasn't an easy man. When I was 10 years old, tragedy hit. My mother was dead, and now my father. 8 years ago, a family secret was revealed to me. It took me 7 years to find Cassie, the woman I was told that could be my mother. Since then, Cassie had opened her arms and welcomed me to her family. And even though I want her to be my mother, I just don't feel that connection with her. I really hope Cassie is my mother, so we can put the past behind us and move forward from today.
Everybody, here's Anthony. It's a big day, isn't it, Anthony?
Yes, it is.
You want this to be a great reunion.
Yes, I do, very much.
What I'm hearing and seeing is that you both have trouble making a connection unless you're absolutely sure.
I want to be absolutely sure, so that way I know that we can go on from today forward.
I don't want to string this out. You all deserve answers. You've waited so many years for this. In the case of 43-year-old Anthony, Cassie.
Don't go away. The dramatic paternity test results are next.
In the case of 43-year-old Anthony, Cassie. Not.
A DNA test just proved that Keith is not the father of baby Isaiah. And he's about to be hit with another bombshell.
He's gonna flip when he finds out who the heck it is, because it's not who he thinks it is. This guy don't have red hair.
Test proved wrong.
For the last 38 years, I have been searching for my son, Anthony. When my son was 7 months old, his father snatched my son out of my arms. There haven't been a day that I hadn't spent looking for Anthony. After years of searching, this young man finally called. He said, Mama, and I started screaming as he called me Mama. I need this test to know that he is my son. He's that Anthony, and to be able to tell him that I'm sorry.
I grew up believing my mother was dead, and from the time I can remember, I knew there was a part of me that was always missing. I really hope Cassie is my mother, so we can put the past behind us and move forward from today.
In the case of 43-year-old Anthony, Cassie, you are the mother. Good things happen to good people.
Oh, bless. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy a great life. Are not. A DNA test just proved that Keith is not the father of baby Isaiah. And he's about to be hit with another bombshell.
He's gonna flip when he finds out who the heck it is, because it's not who he thinks it is. This guy don't have red hair.
Has proved wrong. Earlier, Keith came to the show with major doubts that he's the father of Katie's son Isaiah.
I'm tired of feeling like a joke around town.
I told you who I slept with.
Yeah, you told me who you slept with.
The DNA results were in.
You want to be the father of this child?
Yeah, I love the kid.
And no one was prepared for what happened next. Keith, you are not. Backstage, the shock of realizing he's not the real father of Isaiah, a child Keith's raised for almost 2 years, started to have a profound effect.
She knew that wasn't my kid. I knew it wasn't my kid. Everyone knew.
You're gonna stay in his life?
I love him, and he loves me. Like, I knew it, but to hear it, to actually hear it, it's just so different.
Do you know the other guy? You have an idea?
I think I know who it is. I'm pretty sure I'm positive I know who it is.
But when executive producer Paul Fallhaber went outside to check up on Katie,
wow, I can't believe this is happening.
She let out a bombshell.
He's gonna flip when he finds out who the heck it is, because it's not who he thinks it is. This guy don't have red hair. This is just a shocker to me.
Does he know that other guy? Does he know the other guy? He knows him.
Yeah.
Does he not like him?
No, they're friends. That's why he's gonna be pissed, because I didn't.
They're friends?
Yeah.
Katie went to Keith one last time to tell him who she thinks the real father is.
Is it the other guy I thought it was?
No. He was fighting with his girlfriend.
Who was it?
I was so wasted. He fell asleep on the couch.
I can't talk to her. Please? Please,
Okay.
can you?
Do you know that guy?
Yes, I do. Oh my God.
Will Keith still act as a father to baby Isaiah? Will Katie test a second man? Keep watching future shows for all these answers. Thanks for watching. Until next time, America.